Hi, Rich Halverson here. I'm your instructor for ICS321, and I'd like to just give you an overview of what's on Laulima and where all the materials are and what you'll be expected to finish by the time the class is over. So I'm going to switch over to my screen right here. Share this screen here, and so here's I've logged into Laulima as a student. Here's the syllabus. If you click on overview here, you get the syllabus. And let's see, I'll put this maybe here or something. Let's see if that works. So the class goes from today to May 10th. And I'm going to be recording something like this at least once a week, usually Monday afternoon. And when I do the recording, I'll let you know when I'm doing it. You can actually click on this link right here and join in if you want. So you can join me live. But you don't have to do that. These are recorded, and you are responsible for what I record, but you're certainly not responsible for logging in and seeing, joining me. If you have questions, you can email me at richardh@hawaii.edu, and I check my email, a lot every day. Sometimes if I don't get back to you, it's not because I didn't see your email. I saw your email, but you could have asked me a question that I didn't know the answer to yet. Or it's possible that I get a lot of emails. It's possible that it fell through the cracks. So if I send you an email and I don't get back to you in a couple of days or a day or however soon you need, just send it to me again and say, I don't know if you got this email or something like that, which you should do with your professors anyway. And I'll and I'll reply to you then for sure. The other thing you can do is you can text me. Text me is often the easiest way to get a hold of me because I see my text, my email. I even see my text messages on my watch. And so if I send you an email, for example, and I don't get back to you right away, you can send me a text. I say I sent you an email. And okay, so the first time you send me a text, just tell me who you are, and then I will attach your name to your number, and so that's a good way. We have a graduate student, a TA, and her name is Ling Chi, and she has an office in Post, and you can email her at this email address, and she should be able to answer questions if you have questions on her grading and so on. Grading, well, she's going to grade some stuff, I'm going to grade some stuff, and the computer grades a lot of the stuff. The textbook here we see Relational Theory for Computer Professionals. It's by C.J. Date, and I think it's a great book because, especially for this class, it's a junior level class. You all know how to program pretty well, but most of you don't know it. You've heard of SQL, but you've never written any SQL, and so you're a perfect candidate for this approach. And this approach is, first we learn relational theory, we learn about relations and the mathematics behind databases, behind relational databases, and then after that we learn SQL, and we're able to look at it from a much more academic point of view. Makes it a lot easier to pick up stuff and concepts. And so with this approach, there'll be some things like, we learn the concept of closure, embedding SQL inside SQL will be very natural for you, not so much for folks that learn SQL, just straight SQL, and you learn the SQL statements. And you'll understand what I mean by that more as we go along. So we're going to cover this book from all the chapters in this book, and we're going to cover a couple chapters in this other book here, which is more advanced, but there's a description of fourth and fifth normal form that we're going to be looking at, which is not really discussed in the first one here. With these, just so you know, there is a set of videos that accompany both these books, and so there's a video for each chapter, oftentimes more than one video for each chapter. And so you will be responsible for watching the video. That's how you learn the content of the chapter. You can also read the chapter. It's the same information pretty much. And then that'll prepare you to take the quizzes, which are going to be similar to the quizzes that are in the back of each chapter. And by the way, the videos present the questions in the back of the chapter, and then he answers the questions. And so some of my quizzes are going to be like exactly parallel questions in the back of the chapter, but with a different database or something like that. And there's also these study.com modules. These are online, very short. You watch these little 10-minute videos mostly, and you take a little 5-question quiz, and you should finish the whole thing in about 10 or 12 minutes. There's a bunch of them, and that's how we're going to learn some concepts like data storage and some database design principles, entity relationship diagrams, and some advanced SQL queries that we aren't going to really get into at any other place in the course. And to register for that, you just click on one of these links. If your last name is A through L, you can click on the first one. M through Z, you can click on the second one. It's not really that important which one you do. It's just that I think I'm only allowed 50 students per class. There's 60 in this class, so I could not get by with just one. But if you accidentally click on the wrong one, it's okay. I'll get your scores anyway. When you sign up, use your hawaii.edu email address so I can connect you with your score. Here's course outcomes, which I will go over more later when we get more into the course. And here's the schedule. When I refer to Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, I'm referring to the regular textbook, that the first one that we've been assigned. When there's an asterisk, asterisk 3, asterisk 4, asterisk 9, and 12, that would be the second textbook. And as I said, there's a set of videos for each one. If the set of videos for the first textbook, you can click this link right here. And these are all the videos. It starts with an introduction, and this Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and so on. So these videos are not very long. And these videos are in order of chapter. I do go out of order a little bit. I covered Chapter 10 up here after Chapter 6 because I'm going to start giving you SQL database assignments, and you need to know a little bit about tables, actual SQL tables first. But then I get back into I get back in order again. The other set of videos is right here, and here it's only the videos for the chapters that we're going to cover, and so they're a little bit longer. But I tell you, the first three are actually a summary of what you should get out of the Chapter 9 videos in the other textbook. But it's important stuff. And they're just videos, and it's kind of good to see it, twice explained 2 different ways and 2 different times by the same person, because sometimes he forgets some key points. And then learning about join dependencies and fifth normal form, I think is best in a video. He's got a good example. And multi-valued dependencies and fourth normal form also. In this textbook, he does an informal introduction and a formal introduction, and for purposes of this course, the informal introduction is just fine. There's going to be a quiz assignment or a homework assignment associated. You'll have to do some join dependency type things, multi-value dependency types things, but it's pretty straightforward. So that sort of covers the whole course. If we look at my grading policy, we see that there's these daily topic quizzes, which will be, there's about 30 days, quote, approximately. This is an online course, but I'm figuring like two classes per week, just like a regular course. And it's similar to when I actually teach the in-class version, face-to-face version of this course. So I'm going to take your 25 best quizzes here, throw out the bad ones. I'm not going to guarantee there's going to be 30, but there will be at least 25. And then there'll be assignments. The first one's only 5 points, and then 2 10-point assignments and 2 15-point assignments. And then these study.com quizzes, they're pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And with these, you can take as many times as you need to answer all the questions and so on. That'll be 20% of your grade. So 25% plus 55% is 80. And then the 20 is the study.com quizzes. And then the grade breakdown is the regular grade breakdown for pluses and minuses at Manoa. I don't make too big a deal about late stuff, but you got to have everything done by like the Friday of finals week. It's got to all be done because I'd rather not give you an incomplete. I'll give you an incomplete if you need one, but especially for the schedule of the grader of the TA, she has her own schedule. She's a student like you, and with studies, and so she's going to plan out her time also. So this is the scoring breakdown, and so I also want to point out these folders here on the side. The resources folder is where all the important stuff is. I've included here last fall's videos for all the classes, all the class periods, and so some of these are pretty good, some of them aren't. I may refer you to the good ones, but basically the class in the past has been very, very similar to the classes from semester to semester, so some of these lectures where I explain the assignments are pretty good, and you're going to want to. And I'll point those out to you. So those are the instructor videos for last semester. The ones for this semester are going to go into spring 2019 right here. Aren't any yet, but this one will go in there. And textbook materials is also an important link in the resources folder. We have the slides. These are the slides that you see when you watch the videos. He uses PowerPoint slides, and those are available here. I'll have them all here for you. We've got in textbook materials, we've got this is the link to the videos for the first chapter, or for the first textbook. And this one right here is a link to the second textbook. You've seen these links already. I actually have if I'm going to refer to the textbook in a video, I have a PDF version here, which is available. And then this here is another textbook of his, which has pretty much the same content, except for in this textbook he mixes the SQL in with the relational algebra. So if you folks had already had an SQL class, or you already knew SQL, I would be using this textbook instead. And I do take some quiz questions out of this textbook too. And with all of his textbooks, he has all the answers in them too. So it may be helpful to you to just to browse through this real quick, just look at the table of contents and see if you can get any ideas if you're stuck on anything. The daily quizzes, they will either be in assignments, like right here, and there aren't any yet. Also, the 5 assignments will be here, or they will be in the tests and quizzes. And so, in fact, the first four quizzes are in here right now. And so these are, you read chapter 1, or you watch the video for chapter 1. You come in here, and you take just a 7-question quiz, and you answer these questions, and you get your feedback right away, and you can take it again, and so you can try to get a better score. And your highest score is the one that is saved, of course. Here's the grade book, and you'll see this develop as we get more things in there. The first 4 quizzes are in there. These are the study.com quiz sets that I'm just going to copy over. There'll be 5 SQL assignments, and there'll be a little extra credit here and there. I'm going to give you extra credit on some assignments which are important. Some of the assignments that take a long time to grade, I'll probably assign an extra credit point where if you hand it in on time, you get the extra credit. That's to encourage you a little bit more to get it in on time. And I usually am pretty lenient about if you're unable to hand it in on time, but you got to hand in everything by a certain drop dead date at the end of the semester, because after that we have to grade them all, and I have to have my grades in by the Tuesday after the last day of finals. So that pretty much summarizes what is in the course and how this is going to work. And so I'm going to do another video soon, maybe later today or tomorrow, and that'll cover what I think is important. I'll go over what I think is important in Chapter 1. So I'm going to sign off now, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.